Yo, what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Morales Jr., and today I have a special guest. We are joined by influencer turned boxer Albert Ochoa.
What's
How's it
going
going,
on?
Albert?
Good, good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Thank you so much for making the time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So the first question I have for you is, how did you end up in boxing?
That's typically a lot of people wonder that. But I mean, it's just I seen a lot of people doing it, and for me, I always think, when I put my mind to something, I feel like I could do it, right? And coming from that reality TV show with Kylie Jenner, I thought I thought I could do it, and I'm doing it. I'm training with world champions, professionals, starting my career. And it's been a crazy journey, but basically, I just got in with the right people, and one thing led to another, and I work hard, and anyone could tell you that in the gym, I work really hard, and yeah, and then I ended up fighting on pay-per-view for Celebrity Boxing, what, two months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we won, and yeah, now I'm in Vegas training with another world champ. So yeah,
That's awesome, and I do want to ask you about the Kylie Jenner thing because that was initially your claim to fame. That's what
yeah.
kind of blew up your Instagram account.
Uh-huh.
So for those that don't know, Albert Ochoa he came viral a few years, and actually here we go with Box Talk 101, which I think he's been on your channel.
Oh yeah, Box Talk, that's my boy.
He knows who it is. But for those that have never heard of Albert Ochoa, he went viral for actually having Kylie Jenner show up as his prom date. So I want to ask you about that. How did that happen? How did you get Kylie to agree to go to, and what was that experience like?
Bro, believe it or not, she reached out to me, bro.
Wow.
And now this boxing thing, yeah. But she reached out to me, bro. Her and her team. I was a junior in high school, and then, I mean, I was just focused on myself, bro. I didn't really have too many friends. Never had a girlfriend. And I was just really focused on myself, bro. And anyone, I'll tell anyone this: if you focus on yourself and you have a goal, I mean, that's going to happen, when you're losing focus and doing this and that. And, I don't judge people, but like, if you're not focused on your goal, it ain't going to happen as sooner as, as you expected. So yeah, she reached out, and it was, I took her to my prom. So, it was a good experience. And it was filmed for a TV show, Life of Kylie, on E! News. It's still on Hulu. It goes viral on TikTok for anyone who posts it. And she reached out, and that's pretty much it. And I said, yeah.
That's awesome. Do you still message her from time to time?
It's been time to times, yeah. Just simple hope all is well, stuff like that. But right now I'm trying to transfer over to boxing. I want to be known for more from that, and more people are knowing, day by day that from boxing, not from when I was younger. And from a reality TV show, which, I'm very happy for, it was a great experience, not many people get to experience that, in their life. And I was very blessed and humble at the same time to experience that journey.
Awesome. Yeah. And then Box Talk 101 says, I'm happy for him. And also says he has come his way. The kid works hard. I agree 100% with that. And talking about working hard, I know when you first started boxing, you lost a ridiculous amount of weight. I think it was like 50 pounds.
Yeah, bro. It was like 55. Yeah.
Is that like boxing one of the hardest things, like most work is required?
Well, for me, bro, yeah. I mean, it's been hard. I was a basketball player all my life, and then that's what I wanted to do at the next level after high school. But after the reality TV show, things changed and stuff. Yeah, bro. So after the high school, I gained a little bit of weight, started going out more. I lost a little bit of focus, and I wouldn't say it's normal, but it could happen. And I did lose a little bit of focus on my health and not focused on my goals. And, boxing really changed my life. I could really say that, I lost a lot of weight. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm working with world champions, real professionals. And, despite what people say about me, I work hard, I'm here, and I'm still keep going. And, the fight's going to be good, and, we're going to win, and we're going to go on to the next one. So.
Great. And yeah, let's talk about your first fight. So I want to show a clip of your first celebrity fight against your opponent. So let's play that now. Let's talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
right, so second round TKO.
Good times.
So can you tell us a little bit about your opponent, and then how satisfying was it to win by knockout? That's not something that's easy to do when you have headgear.
Yeah. You know, a little bit about him. I mean, he was a wrestler. He was an actor too. I mean, he did a lot of, but he's known for like wrestling, like stuff like that. So, I mean, he's a cool dude at the end of the day. You know, despite he wanted to fight me, and you know, I just came in better shape. I trained, you know, with great people, and I take it serious, despite if it's YouTube boxing or celebrity boxing, whatever. I take it serious, and you know, no one could take that away from me. And yeah, so I mean, it was fun. It was a good opportunity. You know, I worked hard for that fight. You know, and yeah, it was a good crowd, and especially in Miami. You know, to fight in Miami on TV, it's a special like opportunity and a special accomplishment. Starting off, you know, boxing career. So
Yeah, I mean that's how you want to start. So
yeah.
definitely on the right track. And then let's talk about your next fight. You know, scheduled for October 15th.
Mhm.
I saw that your opponent is a recording artist, Carson Key.
Yeah.
You know, for those that aren't too familiar about him, what can you tell us about him?
I know he was signed to Soldier Boy. I know he has a few songs with him. I mean, he has a few fights. I mean, I don't really know too much about him. I just know, you know, from what the internet has told me. And but I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, I could fight anyone. And at the end of the day, you know, I train hard, and I don't really care. You know, I'm using him as a stepping stone. That's how I look at it. I'm not looking past him, but like this fight is only going to lead me to the next one. And we got some big fights lined up after this, and it's going to be exciting. But October 15th, I just got to get him out of the way. Then I go, you know, to the next one.
Awesome. And then speaking of your training, you know, I saw that Tony the Tiger Lopez was training you for your debut fight. How was that experience, and will he be training you again for this fight?
Uh, you know, looking back at it, um, you know, me and Tony, we start off really well. You know, I haven't really spoke about it, but you know, we start off really well. You know, looked at him as family. And he helped me. You know, he helped me, and it was going really well. We made a lot of noise from our hometown. We did a lot, and you know, from a world champion to be in your corner and represent you is special. But you know, after that fight, you know, he helped me win. You know, I always thanked him. I'm very grateful to have him as a trainer at that time. No, but no, he will not be training me again. We kind of we had a fallout after that fight, and you know, it sucks because it still kind of hurts me, you know, a little bit.
All right.
And you know, I felt, you know, I was gonna, you know, get taken advantage of. You know, not only that, you know, I was, you know, it didn't feel right. You know, when you know money and when you know fame, you know, gets to certain people, it didn't get to me, and you know, it wasn't working out. You know, and I didn't want to get taken advantage of. And you know, in this sport, I've learned a lot of people get taken advantage of, and you know, a lot of people use you, and a lot of people will just not really care about you but say they will care about you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I felt. And you know, I wish Tony but the best, but at the end of the day, I mean, I wouldn't have he's not my trainer, and I'm very grateful for my new trainer as we speak.
Yeah, no, I mean, 100%. You know, I think it is kind of saddening. You being from Sacramento, he also being from Sacramento. You would expect that he would have your back, and unfortunately, it looks like it didn't pan out that way. But what can you tell us about your new trainer?
My new trainer, you know, four-time world champion Joe Casamayor, you know, Olympian. You know, he's great. You know, he's happy every single day. He's not bashing me. You know, he's very happy to train me, and you know, for me to be like, I believe I'm his like first like influencer like fighter, which is cool because he's never really done this, and you know, but at the end of the day, you still got to put on gloves. You still got to hit someone. So you know, with Joel, it's, you know, it's happy. You know, I'm learning so much from a real trainer. You know, not someone that used to know boxing that's trying to train people. I'm learning from someone that's an actual trainer that trains other professionals, that you know, that has that big name too, and that's done a lot in the sport. So it's just special. I mean, you know, as much as I would want it to be back home and you know and stick with one trainer, I think this was the best move for my career. And I got a shout out to my management, you know, CNM, you know, talent. They helped me, you know, get Joel Customer as my trainer, and for him to believe in me. And, you know, they've helped me a lot, especially, you know, being here in Las Vegas, coming from Sacramento.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then I saw you also were, for your first fight at least, training in Miami. How was that experience compared to training in Sacramento or Las Vegas?
So yeah, we did a little bit in Miami and we did a little bit in Sacramento, bro. You know, it was a great experience. It was a lot harder, you know, the humidity out there. You know, just it was special, you know, from starting a boxing career in Sacramento to train in Miami, to fight in Miami. It was just, I'm very grateful for the opportunities, and I'm very grateful for, the career starting off, because I see people in the gym, they've been training, working so hard all their lives. And, I got nothing but respect for anyone that has done that and is, that can get in the ring. So, it's a great experience. I'm loving it, and I love every second of it, despite, it being super hard, and, you take a beating sometimes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We had a boxer on here. They said one of the things he likes about boxing is getting to travel the world, all over the country.
Yeah,
For
you get to
sure.
travel the world. You meet a lot of people. And it's a great opportunity and a great experience. And I'm, despite what people say, I work hard, and I'm really pushing, and I believe I can go far, and the people around me believe I can go far, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah. And then, are you signed to the company Celebrity Boxing?
Um,
Or are they just
so
kind of just promoting your fights?
so celebrity boxing is funny. I wanted to, when I first started wanting to fight, like jump into this, right? They turned me down. I reached
Mhm.
out. They were like, we don't think you're ready or the right fit. So, all right, it's fine. But like, 6 months ago, they reached out and they were like, hey, we want to give you a chance, and or give you an opportunity. I was like, oh snap, it's a good opportunity. It's on TV, pay-per-view. And, I ran with it. I take it serious. I got to, I have world champions as my trainers. And, yeah, it was a great opportunity. So I'm not signed to them. I am signed for the fight for them, but I have a really close relationship with Damon Feldman. He's the promoter and CEO of Celebrity Boxing. And for
Mhm.
people who don't know who he is, his brother owns is I forgot his first name, but it's Feldman too. He owns Bare Knuckle BKFC, Bare Knuckle
Mhm.
Fight. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're two top promoters in the game, and I'm just very grateful to have Damon as a promoter, and as a friend too. So and a
Right.
business partner. So he has his best interest in me, and he knows my goals, and he was a professional too. So that's what I'm leading up to. I want to turn pro and have that big debut soon, and so yeah, he knows. So yeah.
Excellent. So I think this next question may be an option then, since you're not signed to Celebrity Boxing. But we saw recently the Zone, they started their X series, right, where they had the
Hmm.
KSI have those two fights back to back.
Yeah.
Is that something you would kind of be open to in the future, doing like an X series with the Zone?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's funny, they did reach out, me being like a week here, I don't know how, but they've seen my videos, they've seen me fight. And I know they've seen me fight. They offered a fight. It didn't make sense, for me to take it right now. But after this fight, I plan on, being on that KSI card on the Zone, and just showing, more people that, I could fight, I want to show more people, and then they're going to know who I am, and they're going to know more who I am. And, when that opportunity comes after this fight, we're going to make history.
Absolutely. And I know you're not looking past your opponent on October 15th,
Mhm.
but I'm going to ask you to, are there any specific influencers that you would like to fight in the future?
Uh, Yeah, it's funny. We had a few influencers that we wanted to try to fight for this fight, but they kind of turned it down. But I mean, one fight I do want to start, probably after this next fight. His name is Evil Hero. He was the one that got knocked out by Dean on the Zone on that card.
Hmm.
We fought on Celebrity Boxing. I do want to fight him. Next. I do want. I think that would be a good challenge for me, and I do believe that's what people want to see. And for me, I think I'm doing it right. A lot of these influencers, YouTubers, they don't lose weight. They're fighting at 190 pounds, 180 pounds. If you fight a real professional at 190, it's impossible. You know what I mean? Like for me, I could have stayed at 200, but why would I want to fight a 200-pound dude when I do want to turn pro? You know what I mean? That doesn't
Hmm.
make no sense. So for me, I'm coming down in weight. I will be planning on fighting, at 140, 145, and sticking around there. So yeah, Evil Hero, I would say him. And then right now it's just whoever comes in the way. Right now this guy came in the way. He thinks he can beat me up, and obviously he can't, and I don't believe so. So after this fight, we could talk about that.
For sure, for sure. And you
Yeah.
pretty much already kind of answered my next question, so I'll put a spin on it, because originally I was going to ask you what your ultimate goal in boxing was. Was it to kind of be
Mhm.
the best at influencer boxing or turn
Yeah.
pro? You mentioned that your goal is basically to turn pro. Do you have
Mhm.
a timeline for when you would like to turn pro?
I don't have a timeline right now. I just leave it up to my management and the people around me, and my trainers. Right now, this next exhibition, That's what I'm just focused on. And then after that, I'm focused on, getting on that KSI card and, just going with it. I want to take my time with it. So many people are rushing the sport, and it's you. I don't think you can't do that. The people around me,
Mhm.
you can't rush it. It takes years and years and years to be good. It takes years and years to be bad. There's so many
Mhm.
mistakes I still make, and I'm just taking my time and just enjoying the process and enjoying this journey.
Absolutely. And then for my next question, Albert, what do you say to those people that basically say celebrity boxing isn't real boxing, is ruining the
Mhm.
sport?
I just kind of laugh at it, because at the end of the day, they see it, they hear about it. Um,
Mhm.
if they got that opportunity, they would say yeah too, you know. Um, and I mean, it's I think they still got to train, despite if these other YouTubers or influencers aren't training. I know I train hard, and I don't think these world champions would train me if I didn't train hard. They would
Yep.
laugh at me. They would say no. They say no to people all the time that want to train with these, with these guys. So I mean, I just laugh. That's all really it. I try to support everyone, but there's a lot of people that don't want to support me or that talk bad about it. For me, I'm just in my own lane, and I'm just enjoying it. That's it.
That's the right approach.
Yeah.
Uh, so then for my next question, going back to kind of your roots,
Huh?
what are your thoughts on the Sacramento boxing scene? Have you had a chance to meet of any boxers that are currently making noise right
Mhm.
now? So we got Xavier Martinez assigned to Top
Yeah.
Rank. We got Joe Sean James, who's going to be fighting in SoCal this Friday. Kane
Yeah.
Sandoval, and then Kevin Nomas Montaño. You're met any of them in person or seen their
Uh,
fights?
yeah. No, for sure. I don't know. It kind of broke up, but did you say Tucson? Right.
Yeah, Sean
Yeah.
Time,
So
yeah.
he's a good dude. I got a lot of respect for him and his team, his coaches. I think he can go really far. From what I've seen in Sacramento, and out of all those boxers you kind of really said, or from what
Mhm.
I've seen, I think he can go
Mhm.
the farthest. He puts in a lot of work, and he's eager to fight. A lot of these guys in Sacramento aren't eager to fight. They want these
Mhm.
trash fights, and it's like I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to keep progressing and progressing. There's millions of people, and for me coming to Vegas, it's opened my eyes so much. Like, as much as I love home, there's a lot of people that that are way farther ahead than anyone back home, and that's just it. And it's just not in Vegas. There's Dominicans out here, there's Cubans out here, there's
Mhm.
Puerto Ricans out here that are chasing the same goal, that are on a higher platform. So I think you're eager to keep fighting, and you keep going. I think that's what's gonna make you stand out. I've had my fair shares of a lot of boxers don't support me in my hometown, but Tucson is one of them. I can tell you that. And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, I don't really focus on anyone else. Whoever if they support me, I'll support them back no matter what.
Mhm.
And yeah, and if they don't like me, I mean, they still know who I am. They're still watching me fight. And if they're jealous, I mean, that's their problem, not mine.
No, for sure. And yeah, shout out to Joe Sean James. He's actually my very first interview
Oh, nice.
on this podcast, and I know he was in Las Vegas, training for his fight, and he's
Yeah.
gonna go to SoCal to fight a undefeated fighter. That's what it's
No,
all
for
about.
sure. No, yeah, for sure. He was actually at the gym, like I think 2 days ago when I saw him at the gym. I was like, oh snap, and then we said what's
Mhm.
up, we talked, and it was dope seeing someone from Sacramento in Vegas, chasing a dream and just being out here.
Mhm.
So out here is
Absolutely.
just it's just different out here, really different.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then
Mhm.
Albert, who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Uh, it's funny. Like growing up, I watched a little bit of boxing, but I mean, for me, growing up, I really liked Fernando Vargas. Watching him, I think he was just a dog. He had that character, he had everything. Despite the outside life, I think I really liked him fighting. I really liked Floyd watching. Because I just always seen him fight. I mean, I think he's still one of the best to do it. Um, I mean, I think just those two, that I really just will watch, or that I will occasionally just look up on YouTube, and watch their old videos because I enjoy it.
I'm
So
with you for
yeah.
sure. And now, speaking of current day,
Uh,
who do you say is the number one pound for pound fighter?
Number one. I mean, I would. I mean, you have to give it to Canelo. I mean, he just won last night. I think he's up there. He's doing things no one's really doing.
Mhm.
Um, and he's special. He's that one of one. I really believe that. So I would put him at one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not mad at that. Not mad at that at
Yeah.
all.
No, for sure.
Uh, and then Albert, what are some boxing icons you've had the chance to meet in person?
Boxing icons, well, for example, I mean, my trainer, Joe Casamayor, he is one of the best to do it. he's great. I look up to him. I mean, he's a great trainer, great fighter. So him, I got the opportunity, being out here too, to be cool with Rolly Romero. He's a top dog out here. He's a top dog in general. So just learning, and working out with them, in the same scene, it's special, and it's cool because they know I take it serious. They know I'm out here, and who else? I mean, my last trainer, he was another world champ. I think those are the only things I can really think of. Those are the few I can really think of as of right now. I mean, I met a lot of boxers, but I mean, icons. I mean, not too many right now, I think.
Man, that's still, considering you only had one fight. That's still a lot of names for one fight. So
Oh yeah, no, for
more to come
sure.
for sure.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful, for the people that I met, the people that I can, look up to, and the people that I can ask advice to at the end of the day. It's special.
Yeah. All right, great. So for the next segment, we call kind of the fan segment. Well,
Yeah.
we'll ask you to put your boxing hat on, your prediction hat on. I'm going to
Okay.
name 3 fights, and you basically tell me who you think would win.
Okay.
Some of these are rumored, some of these are confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with the first fight. Who would win, or who's going to win out of Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva?
Jake Paul. I think he's doing a lot. He's changing the game. I mean, Anderson Silva. I mean, yeah, he's a good boxer. He just knocked out Tito Ortiz. Oh, which I mean, I met him, Tito Ortiz, Rampage. All them.
Mhm.
They both got the opportunity, or I got the opportunity to work out in front of them, meet them, get to know them, and those are another icons. Back to that question.
Mhm.
But I think Jake Paul will beat Anderson Silva.
All right, for sure. Yeah, and Anderson Silva beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So
Yeah, and
that'll be a credible win.
yeah, that was crazy too for him to do that. Versus him. So, but I got Jake Paul on that one.
All right, Jake Paul. Next question. So this one is rumored, hasn't been signed, but who will win out of Deontay Wilder versus Alexander Usyk?
Well, I mean, I got the opportunity to meet Deontay Wilder's trainer and their team. Great group of people. They work hard, but I would go for Deontay Wilder just because I mean he is definitely the top heavy dude. I still believe that just he just had to make a few adjustments. But I would go for him all the way.
Yeah, the Deontay Wilder's
Versus anyone.
power is something else, man. His power is unreal. I think I saw someone saying that like Usyk can potentially win every single round, but if he just gets caught by Wilder, that's it.
No, for sure. Yeah, but I'll go. Yeah, I just think he's the best. I would put him against anybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
for sure. And then for the last fight, who would win out of Vasily Lomachenko versus Ryan Garcia?
I mean, that's a tough one too. I mean, I really like Ryan. I like his style. I like everything. But Lomachenko, I mean, he's a little bit older too. I don't know. I would go for Ryan Garcia.
Garcia, because of the youth.
Yeah, the youth. I mean, he's he's on a hot streak right now. And I think he really wants it. He wants to show people he can be, a top fighter in the game.
All right, great. So going back to you, Albert, what are some things that you like to do outside of boxing? What are your interests and hobbies?
I mean, I still play basketball here and there. Well, not in training camp, but I still love basketball. I love I love going. I don't really go out too much. I'm more of a homebody, to be honest with you. So like, if someone wants to watch movie, TV, whatever, like that's really what I would do. I'm not much of a guy that goes to the club, gets drunk, stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but for me, I'm more of a homebody. I like to sit back, go on a vacation, go to the mountains and chill in a cabin. So I'm more laid back.
That's gonna be great for your boxing career too, because you don't want to have the distractions of the club or drinking. Yeah.
No, for sure. Especially being out here, there's so many like fighters, for example. I'm not gonna name any names that I met. I'm like, dang, dude, I don't know how you guys are doing it while being like having a fight coming up and training. Right. I don't understand that. So, yeah, I just like being at home, chilling and minding my own business.
Great. And then speaking of home, I do see that you do a lot of like local community work. Can you tell us about some of the charity work you've done?
Yeah, I mean, despite having a name or followers or or with what you've done, I think it's still cool to give back, give back to the the homeless, or give back to the people in need. I think more people need to do that. I think more, especially in Sacramento. So many people look past these people or look past just anyone. It's like we're here to help others. We're not here to talk down on someone. We're not here to be jealous of someone. I'm a big believer in giving back and helping others, and just I think that's what I think Sacramento needs. More people need to be more cleaner. More people need to help more people. They need to give back. Not many people do that.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. So I do that, or I was involved with a lot of church stuff too. Looking back at it, the camps, mentoring some kids. I've done a lot. Looking back at it, sometimes I forget of the things I have done, or because it's just, you just don't realize everything you've done. Sometimes you have to look back at.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So then for the final question is that's not really a question, more kind of just giving you the floor. What's the message that you want to send to all your fans and supporters?
Oh, I mean, from the day one, I would just say, just stay positive no matter what. Like I still say that, I still post that, stay positive no matter what. Keep pushing with whatever you want to do. I had the same mentality, since I was 17. From that Kylie Jenner stuff, I still had the same mentality. And I believe the mind is very powerful. Whatever you believe, speak that into existence, and it's going to happen. Everything you speak into is going to happen. And I really do believe that. Like, if you want to be president, if you want to have a Lamborghini, whatever, I believe you could do that if you really want that. If you really, you got to put in the work, but for it to happen. But I'm a big believer in speaking stuff to existence, because I wouldn't even be here if I didn't speak stuff into existence.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure. And just to kind of go back to Deontay Wilder, that's one thing that he's known for is that, he said, speak it, believe it, receive it, so.
Yeah. And I'm speaking it, believing it, and doing it like that, I feel that 100%. And I'm always going to tell no one, anyone, because despite having a good day or bad day, you're having a bad day, think positive, think of something what you're grateful for. Next day will be better, so, and it will be better with that mindset. Things will happen.
That's great advice. See, we're ending on a positive note, everybody. So remember that. Albert, again, thank you so much for your time with this interview. We look forward to seeing you back in the ring October 15th. And wish you much success, much continued success in your career.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You too. I appreciate it too. All right, take care.
Bye.
All right, bye.